Hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. As you can see, we are going to be doing our Gunpla and Chill stream. This is actually going to be a very quick one, just because there's not much to the kit we're doing, which is the high-grade Leo from Gundam Wing. Now, you're probably asking, what in the mother of fuck is a Leo? Well, it's very simple. In the beginning of, well, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing and all of its, its storyline and its history, the first mobile suit ever made, which also happens to be my favorite, is this bad boy right here. There we go. The Tall Geese. It was the first mobile suit made in the Gundam Wing timeline. Thing was incredibly fast, incredibly powerful. This thing was just like, you want a suit meant for combat? Well, there you go. It's right there. Issue with it, however, the big old jet engines you see on his back. Yeah, those kind of make the thing go from 0 to 300 more or less in like a few seconds. So the thing was deemed too deadly to even use, and ended up being a museum piece. But they still needed a mobile suit. So a bunch of other designers took the Tall Geese, stripped it some of its armor, ripped off the verniers on its back, cut down the height a bit, and not too long afterwards, out popped the Leo, which is literally just a stripped-down, mass-produced version of the Tall Geese. I mean, you can see where all the Tall Geese parts came into it. The chest is practically the same. It still has the balls on it for shoulders. The arms are like completely unchanged. There's slightly less armor on the feet, but it's barely noticeable. Somehow it has more ankle armor. The knee armor does not cover nearly as much. It isn't as tall and doesn't have the cool mohawk on its head. But it could equip every weapon the Tall Geese used, like the big-ass gun it has and the shield. Yeah, Leo can use it. Tall Geese has beam sabers. Leo can use them. Leo also has its own weapons and its own things. It doesn't have the massive fucking jet engines on its back. But hey, for 20 years in the Gundam Wing verse, the Leo did its job and did it well. So yeah, that's what we're going to be building. We're going to be building the Leo, the incredibly stripped down Tall Geese, essentially. And yeah, I mean, here's our good old manual with a nice shot of the Leo on it. So, we have a grand total of a very tiny polycap runner, beam sabers, and that's it. We got 3 runners. That's it. That's how quick this thing is going to be. There's only 3 runners to pull parts off of. There's also no stickers either. Yes! You know how much I hate the stickers. Yeah, this one will be very, very fast. Like, I'm thinking maybe an hour at most. Potentially. Oh, another thing about this, it's following under, as we saw on the box, part of the Gunpla Evolution Project. What does that mean? Well, more or less, they're making it easier to make these things. They put them together. They have all the parts laid out on the runners strategically, so it's like, alright, this section is just leg parts. This section is just arm parts. Here's the chest. It's mostly so if you build if you buy a fuck ton of these guys, You just gotta look at the instructions once to build the first one, and then after that, it's super easy. It makes it easier to army build. Which, some people do. Some people will buy, like, dozens of these kits, build them all, and it's like, there you go, there's my army of them. And it's quite impressive. Sometimes they leave them as is, sometimes they paint a few of them to kind of denote them as, like, kind of a squad leader thing. It's pretty cool what people do when they go full bore into customizing. But me, I'm more of a vanilla straight build kind of guy. So anyway, it looks like we're starting off by making feet. Cool. Alright, so I gotta make both feet at the same time, obvious. So we'll go with, so we'll just start making up the feet. This is a semi-older kit? When did this come out? It's not that old. 2018, that's right. Yeah, so it's still kinda new, but meh. There's still newer kits out. It's not the quote-unquote new kid on the block anymore, but it's still a fantastic kit. I mean, it's fantastic enough that they made a different version of the Leo specifically for the Build Divers spin-off. So they got to reuse this. It just had different colors and different head options, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, in that show, the Leo suffered from what it suffered from in good old Gundam Wing. Being used purely as cannon fodder to explode. Yeah, unfortunately, the Leo has a bad rap. Because Gundam Wing relied very heavily on stock footage, there are a good chunk of moments in the anime where it's just showing Leos blowing up. Like the same shots. They get peppered with bullets, slashed with a beam saber, just straight up the shots going past them, and then they explode. Yeah, so Leo doesn't exactly have a great track record, and the meme is you could sneeze and Leo will blow up. But in all honesty, if you were to look at the data books and stuff that give out the actual statistics for mobile suits and whatnot, because yes, those do exist. There's basically power levels for mobile suits. I mean, hell, the model kits actually kind of lay out what the reactors' outputs are, how much they weigh and whatnot. But if you look at those things and compare the Leo to, say, a Zaku from the original Mobile Suit Gundam, a Leo is actually a lot better than a Zaku. It's got, I think, better armor and a much better reactor. Hey, Nichols, how's it going? So yeah, despite the Leo having a bad rap, it is actually a good mobile suit. I mean, hell, in its own universe, for 20 years, it was the mobile suit to use, and then they eventually started making things to replace it. But it still was still getting used anyway, because it was versatile. Pretty good? Yeah, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm alright. I'm just hot and tired and a little sweaty from work. But other than that, I am right as rain. I think it kind of missed my whole little spiel on the history of what the hell is a Leo. And no, not the astrological sign. Not that Leo. Even if it is named after that specifically. Come on, get off that. Oh my god, it's more of a burr. There we go. That should be able to be filed down now. Yes, rejoice! I'm starting to use the file to get rid of some nubs. Yeah, another thing I think I brought up in the Gundam, like SD Gundam streams, back when we were playing through the Wing storyline, is that a lot of the enemy suits are named after, you know, Zodiac, like Zodiac signs. I mean, Christ, their organization Oz is organization of the Zodiac. Nick is still in a meeting and starving. Oh no. Just walk in the middle. Just walk in the middle of me. He's like, yeah, no, sorry, need to take him now. Starving wife, must eat. Anyone tries to say anything? Do you really want to deal with a hangry woman right now? You do not. Hungry wife is greater than whatever y'all are talking about. Unfortunately, like I have kind of posted on Twitter about, my work is opening back up as of this Friday. So, yeah, I'll be back to work, unfortunately. Gotta deal with people again. Ugh. Also got me on the morning shift, at least Friday and Saturday, so, well, yeah. Those streams are basically canceled. Actually, not basically, they just straight up are canceled. Though, maybe maybe I'll do them later. I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't know. Needless to say, streams for the next while are gonna be potentially sporadic. Might just end up being a lot of Stardew. I mean a lot of Stardew. Also, I'm gonna tilt this up a little more. But that's okay, I enjoy Stardew. It's a good after-work cooldown game. On my actual days off, once I find out exactly what those are, that's when I'll start doing the story stuff. Story-based games. So my SD Gundam, my Doki Doki Blue Skies, and the Jedi Fallen Order. So yeah, this week is gonna be gonna have a modified schedule from now on, and once I find out the schedule for next week, I will post that on Twitter. Which I got a feeling it's gonna be probably 2 normal time scheduled streams, and then maybe a few later ones. Depending on how long they want me there, and how I'm actually going to end up feeling at the end of that day. Yeah, just gotta take it as it comes, that's all. I knew it was going to start up, it's just it happened we opened up a week earlier than, well, everyone expected. Guess we did too good of a job vaccinating people. I'm not dying, you're dying. very shitty way to hold on the ankle guard. It just kind of rests in there. Ugh, I don't like that. It's gonna easily pop out. Ugh. Okay, that's one foot. Let's build the other one. Where was I again? Oh, yeah, the Leos, and just Oz in general. They named pretty much all their suits after, you know, signs from the Zodiac. So I mean, the Leo is pretty goddamn obvious. It's the Leo, Leo the lion. They had their underwater suits, Cancer and Pisces. They had, what the hell is it? Blinking. The newer suits that were specifically for space, the Tauruses. Later on, the fully automated Virgos. They had a space station called Libra. Extra stories introduced the Capricorn. Games introduced the Aquarius. Yeah, like, for whatever reason, Wing was the name the suits after the Zodiac. I mean, it works. I kind of like it. Still, I don't know why in the mother of fuck they named the first suit the Leo was, you know, a downgrade of the Tall Geese. I never understood that. I don't think there's a reason. I've never seen any reason for why it is called the Tall Geese. Either way, I mean, that's just kind of a cool name. As weird as it is, mostly because you get memes like, this is my mobile suit, the Big Duck. Large Mallard. Stuff like that. Everyone loves the Tall Geese. Get a bunch of them together in a squad, you can call them the Flock. Yeah, there we go, I dropped a piece. Shocking, I know, right? Me dropping a piece? Who would have thought? Once again, actually, I forgot to mention this again, the music is provided by the Relaxed Movement on YouTube. Some good old DMCA and copyright-free music for Twitch streamers to use. Good old lo-fi stuff. I'm gonna go sit beside Nick just out of frame and stare at him till he feeds me. Alright, Nichols. Hope you get fed sooner rather than later. Thanks for the lurk. Have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you stopping by. Huh. It does not like, the alert command does not like, stuff being before it. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Gotta make Nightbot do whatever I want it to do. Of course, Nightbot just not working right now. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Polycap. Ankle guard. Well, it's a very terrible way it connects. I really don't like it. That's just terrible. It just sits in there. Friction just kind of holds it. Like that's it. Can I even get a close up of this? Come on, focus on it. I can barely see what the hell's going on in here. Doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah, my light's a little bright. Now it's just too dark. Yeah, that little bit in there just kind of holds this little peg in there, and that's about it. Not a super tight fit either. Just rests. It holds on well enough. It doesn't come out when I shake. Alright, so that's the feet, and now we make a leg. Just specifically the right leg. And, yeah, simple. Again, this is probably going to be a very fast build stream. There's not much to a Leo. It's not as complicated as a Gundam. Far from it. There are also multiple different Leo kits that are out. Pretty much all of them. Other than this one and the Build Divers one being P Bandai exclusive. What does that mean? Well, it means it's usually a recolor and they charge extra for it. You can only order it online from their site, and they only make as many as how many are ordered. Because that's how they do. And what extra kind of stuff what kind of special P Bandai Leos are there? Well, there's the space type that is purple that comes with a backpack. There's also the flight type one, which is blue, that comes with a different kind of backpack. And then there's the full weapon set, which is the Leo with all of its option parts. So the big gun, its shield, its machine gun, its multiple different beam rifles, the space and flight backpacks. Yep. Yeah, they had to make that exclusive. Because it's like, yeah, nobody wants, because nobody's gonna want to buy that. No one's gonna want all the weapons when they army build this thing. You kidding me? Of course everyone is gonna want it. It's the fucking Leo, for God's sakes. Everyone wants the Leo, mostly so they can customize that shit. Like, there's a version of the Leo that has beam cannons on its shoulders. It's like, I want that. Why would I not want that? Why would you make that exclusive? I mean, yeah, it was barely used in the show, but... Shut up. It's still cool. It just shows how versatile the Leo is. Could outfit it with pretty much any weapon you can think of. In the Gundam verse, I think even in the mangas, they have the Leos using the Gundam weapons very briefly. Granted, I think they're being used by the Gundam pilots because they don't have access to their Gundams for one reason or another. Knowing the main character, though, it's because he abandoned the fucking Wing Gundam. Go do something else for some reason. Yeah, that's another thing in Gundam Wing. Hero loved to ditch the Wing Gundam. I mean, it's the one that has blown up twice. It's been completely destroyed 2 times over. Once by Hero literally hitting the self-detonation button. And the second time, someone stole it and used it to block a shot from a orbital satellite. Hero also left the Wing Gundam on Earth after he went into space very briefly, and then he was captured. Then when he tried to fight against the mobile dolls on Earth, which are the fully automated suits, it got a little bit too much damage and too hard for him to fight, so he abandoned it, literally hopped out of the cockpit, and ran off and then got the Gundam Epion. Yeah, it's kind of like, damn, you're the suit the series is named after, and you get treated like absolute garbage. Which is a shame, because, I mean, the Wing Gundam is a very nice-looking suit. It's got a great design. It gets treated like absolute trash every time it shows up. I mean, it gets replaced by its predecessor at the end. You know, the Wing Zero. Hey, Brozard, how's it going, buddy? Going alright, finished work a bit ago. Not sure if I'm playing Destiny tonight with a group. Ah, okay. Well, you're pretty much just in time. I haven't gotten that far with this kid. I've just got legs. Like half a leg each. Then again, this is a very simple kit, and very easy in general. I mean, there's 3 runners No stickers. This is gonna be a quick one. Especially because it's just a very, very... I mean, like, I could probably finish it potentially within the next 30 minutes if I don't get super distracted. So, I mean, I don't have to worry about sticker placements. There's literally only 3 runners for plastic I can choose from. Like, that's it. That's all I got. And also, all the parts are laid out on the runners strategically, so it's easy to find the next one. Like, I mean, this is the easiest legs I've ever done. Usually I had to do multiple different things to put together just the knee, but no, you want a leg? There's a leg. Grand total of 2, 4, 5... Yeah, it's like 5 parts, basically, for just a leg, excluding the feet. Like, I've never done a foot that fast. Never. I usually dread it. Flashbacks to Christmas Story. Yeah, just to show you what I am building today. Just gonna pop it up on screen real quick. Boop. That is what I'm building. That is the Leo. Grunt suit, which is a really downgraded version of my favorite suit ever. The Tall Geese. Because the Tall Geese was basically considered suicide to use. It's like, hey, you want to go to reach Mach 3 in 1 second? The Tall Geese will do that. Oh, the pilot is paced? Oh well. Can't really sustain an army when the pilots are becoming a smear in the cockpit. And become Jello. Yep. Yep, Tall Geese was too fast. It went too fast, too quickly, so even people in the, trained to deal with G-forces in the prime of their life with no health problems are breaking their ribs and having heart attacks. So it was make it shittier. And they did, and then the Leo was born. And used for 20 plus years. Until it was, oh shit, we're being attacked by things that are better than a Leo. Break out the museum piece. It's literally the only thing that matches up to their stats. And literally only, like, 2 people are able to use the fucking thing. They somehow did not become Jello after use. And then that just leads into a whole bunch of questions of, hey, you want to tune the Tall Geese? It's too slow for me. It's like, I'm sorry? It's what? It's too slow? A suit that is killing people with its pure acceleration is too slow for you now? Excuse me? It's like, yeah, ramp up the speed. It's too slow. I literally cannot ramp it up without putting a literal fucking rocket on its back. You want me to go put a rocket on its back? Yes, can't do that. think I picked the wrong one. No, I got the right one. Yeah, I was just looking at the wrong part of the thing. So yeah, I never understood how he was able to just get used to the G-forces, to be able to use it at top speed, and then have it up to go even faster. In space, too. So I mean, he's just able to handle the literal murderous acceleration. Tourniquets. Yes. Tourniquets. That's the answer. I got a leg. So then, of course, it's like, well, my Tall Geese isn't really useful for me anymore. I'm gonna grab me a Gundam. And the Gundam he happened to grab to, well, replace his Tall Geese was the Wing Zero, the thing that was designed to be better than the Tall Geese. And, well, it was better. According to old Star Fox lore, the pilots had their legs cut off in the knee and replaced with robot legs to prevent blood from distributing to their feet. Yep. I knew that. Yeah, guess what? They didn't do that in Gundam Wing. These guys are just managing fucking massive G-forces because, lol. I got used to it. And then out of nowhere, at the end of the series, the one guy you could be considered the main villain decides he's gonna go out, lead an army using another Tall Geese that he can just handle fine. Hell, he matches the newer Gundams. And all of the shit the other guy was actually having trouble with when he was using just the Tall Geese. Bog standard. It's like, dude, do you just actually suck? I mean, yeah, you're a good pilot, but he's just using a Tall Geese. He's just using the standard one, not even the soup it up because it can't match my reflexes version. This is literally just, we have the spare parts from your old one. We put it together, made another suit. There you go. Now I'm just gonna use it in my final battle. I'm gonna dance circles around all the Gundam pilots. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Why didn't he get a Gundam? You would probably put good use to it. You'd probably murder literally everybody with it. Without even trying. And then comes Gundam Wing's movie, which had the Tall Geese appear again, this time called the Tall Geese 3. What makes it different from the Tall Geese 1 and the Tall Geese 2, which are literally the same machine, just one has a different paint job. This one also has a different paint job, also has a different head, extra shit slapped onto its shoulders, a bigger shield with a heat whip in it, and then a laser gun instead of a shell-firing gun. Otherwise, it's still just Tall Geese. Yeah, I like the Tall Geese. Just vanilla Tall Geese. Don't care for the design, the recolor of the Tall Geese 2, nor really the extra shit they tacked onto it for the Tall Geese 3. Just give me that. I'm cool with that. I like the mohawk. Give me its goddamn red mohawk. I don't need it just to have random splashes of blue. My god, I'm going on a diatribe about the goddamn Tall Geese while I'm building a Leo. I mean, the Leo's okay. It is good. You can bring the bog standard Leo up close to Tall Geese specs, so I mean, it's got that going for it. It's good in pretty much every terrain other than underwater, which that's fine. How many times do you actually get to go underwater and fight shit? Not very often. So, I mean, I forgot to put something in, didn't I? Oh, yeah. Polycap, piece. So yeah, Leo's good for ground. It's good for space. Again, throw the flight pack on, and it's just as good, if not almost better, than the dedicated flying mobile suit. Shockingly enough. It's got one weapon that can damage a Gundam. Most others are lucky if they have something that'll at least scratch the paint. And again, you can mount pretty much any weapon you want on a frickin' Leo, and it's good to go. It's the one-size-fits-all mobile suit of the Gundam Wing timeline. So you want a job done? Call a Leo. Want a job done well? Well, call something else. So you want it just done? Cheaply? And effectively? Yeah, I mean, Leo will do the job. Leo knows what it's about, and it's not ashamed. Again, this is also partially an AMA type of stream, just to, you know, just to keep talking. So yeah, if you feel like asking questions, go ahead. Doesn't have to be about what I am building. Just go ahead. AMA, ask me anything. Let's try not to drop a second piece today. I'd rather keep my record at 1 piece per build. Hell, I'd rather my record to be no pieces dropped per build. But I'm gonna drop pieces. I'm realistic. I'm a clumsy oaf sometimes, especially with my hands. Why the hell did I get to do something as potentially technical as this and also working on the insides of machines? So the instructions say I can cut the front skirt I just put on. Let me try to pull it out without snapping anything. I can cut the middle of it so they're separate and can be hinged differently. But meh. I keep all of my front skirts still connected together. Mostly because they fit in there nicer when they're actually, you know, still together. When you separate them, that kind of leaves enough room for them to potentially wiggle out. And then you got just your front skirts always falling off. Then you gotta try to tack them in there so they don't move. It just becomes kind of a mess, and I don't want to deal with that. So I just leave my front skirts connected. The only one that I could say is potentially not connected would be the Gundam Plutones, but that's only because it, you know, broke on me as I was building it during stream. I put too much strain on it. I mean, they're super glued back together, but if I twist it just hard enough, it'll break. And I don't feel like doing that. I would like my kits, especially a premium kit, not to be broken. That was one of my first premium kits that I bought. Secondhand, mind you, but secondhand just means someone bought it and then resold it. For a good price, too. It's considered a used product, so they weren't going to charge top dollar for it. Pretty sure it just ended up costing about the same as any other kit at the time. Which is good. A good 15 to 20 bucks. And I have a kit that not many people actually have. So, go me. Oh my fucking god. Just trying to make sure the booster's in and I keep pulling off this crotch plate. Where is 13? 13 and 7. Okay. Oh god, yeah, these... Okay, I do like how this is laid out on the runners. My god. This is actually nice. It's all together. I don't have to go searching as much. Okay, that was 13. 13 goes on this side. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's using the good old fine build system. That's the name for it. For is the fine build system. It just makes it so much easier to army build and just put it together in general. So, I mean, so that was like the feet, legs, and then that was the waist. You can see the chest up here, we got the arms at the sides, and then the extras up top. Plus the head, so that's really nicely laid out. I'm not really gonna get over that, I don't think. now we got a waist. So actually, I'm gonna hop his legs in. Somehow. There we go. One. And two. So we're literally building them from the ground up. So we got half a suit. Looks like we're doing the body next. I'm just waiting, and I mean waiting for them to release an HG Tall Geese. I want a high-grade Tall Geese, goddammit. But no, at the same time they released this, they released the real grade Tall Geese. Which, same scale, costs more parts, more precision goes into building it, and I do not want to fuck something up that's gonna cost like twice as much as this, if not more. So I'm just forever waiting. Gonna forever wait for an inevitable Tall Geese high grade. It's what I want, and so I'm sure it's what a few people actually do want as well. Come on, we need it. It's gotta lead all the Leos to their certain death. And have a nice showdown with the Wing Gundam. Before eventually being abandoned for the Wing Zero and Epion. Which we're still waiting on an Epion as well. We have a high-grade Wing Zero. We got the high-grade Wing and Death Scythe, Sandrock, Heavy Arms. Sandrock's updated version is a P-Bandai exclusive. We've seen a kit called the Gundam Live Lance Heaven, which is just a thematically opposite version of a Death Scythe upgrade, the Death Scythe Hell. So we know that kit's coming eventually, a Death Scythe Hell HG. Still waiting on the Shenlong and eventually the Altron. Heavy Arms will probably get its, upgrade, which is mostly just changed a few thrusters, added more stuff, added like 2 more thrusters on its backpack, and made its single Gatling gun arm into a double Gatling gun arm. So they do that, we just need the 7th Gundam in Gundam Wing. The Epion. The final boss suit. It is one of those, ooh, the edge type suits, because it's, it's red and black, and it has a whip, and it transforms into a 2-headed dragon. Ooh. I basically see the Epion as like literally an evil Wing Zero. Wing Zero has an overpowered ranged weapon. Epion has an overpowered melee weapon. Both of them can transform into a flight form. They have big wing binders on their back to help with maneuverability. They both have the Super Broken Zero system, or in Epion's case, the Epion system. Which is just the exact same as the Zero system, only, like, edgier. Like, hey, you want to see the people you've are fighting, do you want to see them die as you kill them? Here you go. Yeah, Epion is very much a ooh, the edge suit. But it's not a bad suit. Just not my cup of tea. If I had to choose between the Epion and the Wing Zero, I'll take the Wing Zero. And in the middle of all this Gundams fighting each other, their ooh edge shit, you still got the Leo kicking around. Just trying. Not necessarily winning, just trying. Everyone is using mobile dolls and stuff. Well, the main terrorist organization is using mobile dolls. Just computer-driven mobile suits with energy shields and beam cannons strapped to their arms, ready to drop shit on the Earth or fire on the Earth and make nuclear winter. You got guys in the Leos flying head-on into them. It's like, oh, gonna die anyway, let's go out in a blaze of glory. It shows how handy this damn thing is after being in service for 20 plus fucking years. It was used in a final goddamn stand. It's far from perfect, but the Leo just gets the job done. And hey, I'm gonna be using the last of the polycaps for, the bottom of its waist. Neat. So cool. Empty runner. We like that. Put your waist in improperly? You're supposed to be like this. I am confusion. This guy goes on. Okay. Interesting. And then that just pops onto there. Alright. Our Leo is slowly coming together. It's got legs, it's got waist, it's got a body. Now it just needs arms. And a head.
Time for the Leo and Tall Geese's wonderful, wonderful way it has shoulders. Is a ball. That's its shoulder. Its shoulder is a ball. I wish I was kidding, but nope. The shoulder is a ball. Like, this thing is literally like, the military needs something, this is what they would make for a giant robot. It's very square, it has, you know, a rounded shoulder for ease of movement. I get you. I'm bringing the picture back up. You look at the Leo, it's like, yeah, that just screams military. Just, it's like, yep, this is efficient. Okay, that's a shoulder. Oh, it wants me to build 2 of them. Of course. Looks like camcorder bot from Madverse City. Oh, now you got me curious. Camcorder bot. The keyboard is at an angle, so it's out of the way. So I gotta type very weirdly. I didn't bother trying to get my other keyboard hooked up. Adverse City. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I could sort of see it. Oh, yeah, of course you provide the link. Right out. Oh, it was a what the Okay, maybe download it. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, squared off head, the rounded shoulder. Yep, I can see that. Yeah, it just downloaded it. Just whatever. Whatever. It's just my computer being stupid. Computer is weird. I'll tell you that much. Like, I think I mentioned it the other day, but technically, everything I have in my computer is not recommended for running Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. My CPU and graphics card are not the recommended. Yet it still plays fine. I mean, sure, the cutscenes kind of stutter a bit, but it's not that bad. The game still runs smoothly enough. That's just a weird thing. Just a weird thing I noticed. It's not gonna make me run out and buy a new graphics card CPU yet. Especially not with graphics card prices, still a little too high. Eventually, though. Eventually, I'll justify getting a new one. Getting a new graphics card and CPU. probably stick with the Ryzen, AMD, and all that. Just because it hasn't failed me yet. I've had no issues. I just have my internet that likes to be weird sometimes, but it has not been weird in a long time. So I think we fixed it. Got it fixed for sure this time. Hallelujah. No more raging Baron when I can't do anything because fucking particle effects cause the stream bitrate to go to 0. I haven't had bitrate issues in forever. Knock on wood. Hey, Roth, gotta love the Leo? Hell yeah. Personally, I prefer the Tall Geese over the Leo, but I mean, the Leo is just, you know, watered down Tall Geese. So how you doing? Welcome in. Currently working on Zaku at the moment. Nice, nice. I'm doing good. Speaking of Zaku, it's right there. Yeah, I did that one a few months back. Or a month or two. I can't remember how long it's been. Time just happens now. I can't keep track anymore. You understand? Yeah. Favorite kit that I've done? That's a good question. It would have to be... Kind of have to be a tie between either the a straight gold frame Amatsu Mina or the narrative Apex. What about you? What's favorite kit that you've done? Have to beat the Jesta, even with their 12 seconds of screen time, still one of my favorite suits. That's fair, the Jesta is really nice. Can't go wrong with it. I eventually want to get a kit of the Virulent Custom, just because, damn, you want 12 seconds of screen time? That thing makes use of it real good. It came to kick ass, and it did. Wow, I cut out the wrong one. Lovely me. Okay. Alright, this Leo has an arm now. Now, let me guess. Build the other arm? Oh, you bet your ass. Oh, want me to build that again. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Mari! So Ghost putting together of people? It's going well. It's right here, so far. Almost done. It's an easier kit. This is what the finished product is going to look like, more or less. It's a simple grunt suit. It's just called a Leo. How are you doing today, Mari? Doing well? Yeah, there it is. Well, I'm good to hear. I'm good too. Just tired from work. Yeah, we're starting back up again. So I was just in doing a little bit of extra stuff before we open Friday. Fun times. I get to go back to the arcade. And deal with people. Oh. hands, thank God. I'm not that much of a klutz today. This kit is a lot simpler than the last one you saw me building. Not as many pieces go into making the limbs. There's also no stickers, so that's a bonus. In fact, after I finish this arm off, all that's left is the head, and then it's weapons. Which isn't many. Come on. There we go. Is that right? That looks right. Or, no, it doesn't. That's right. Okay, gotta cut out the other hand. Alright, cool. Empty runner. That's what I like to see. And there's the cap for its fist. Put the fist in the wrist. And pop in his arm. Alright, our Leo's getting there. It just needs a head. It needs its square television head. Which I know I've said this so many times and talked about the Tall Geese so many times.
But it technically has the same head as a Leo. That faceplate it has with the mohawk, that can actually come off, and underneath is just the Leo head. Big old yellow TV screen and all. But it looks better with the faceplate.
One day we'll get a Tall Geese high-grade kit. Then I can build it and I can be happy. Still want to know why they came up with calling it the Tall Geese. It's such a random name. Everything else is named after the Zodiac, and just
Everything before that. Big duck. Large mallard.
this is the easiest head I have ever done. And yet I'm still fucking it up. How am I fucking up something so simple? How am I fucking up something so simple? There we go. That's better. I'm not a screw-up. Not yet. red on the sides. Just thankfully a part and not a sticker. Bandai is learning that stickers are not exactly the greatest thing to use for details.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Okay, the head is done. And there we are. There's our high-grade Leo. With his head that can move nowhere. Okay, it can kinda rock. A little. Not much though, I mean, it's a big square with a square chin encased by its chest. It's not really turning. It's barely going anywhere. That's okay. I mean, he's just a mook suit. No one cares about the suit the literal no-names use. Okay, now to build its weapons, because every mobile suit should have a weapon or two. Unless you're G Gundam. And then you just punch everything. Give its gun its sight, which is at the front of the barrel. Then again, I mean, this is a giant robot I'm talking about. I'm not going to complain about the logic behind the sight of a gun being at the tip of the barrel, more or less. Gundam is strange, okay? I also don't understand why are you putting sights on a gun used by a giant robot? They have to use the sights of the robot to track things anyway. I'm pretty sure that eliminates the need for anything like, you know, a scope. It's like, why would there be a scope? Just let the head do the targeting for you, and then it'll, you know, move the gun where it needs to. Why do you need to line up your shots? You're basically using your eye to look through a camera, which then looks through another camera. It's too much work. Eliminate one camera and you're good. But I mean, that's just crazy talk. Let's just get back to watching, you know, teenagers fight each other in giant death machines with super special mind powers. Sometimes. That ain't right. How in the mother of F? I think I put it on backwards. Ugh. Do I really need to use it? I need to use it. I need to try to use the part separator. Just come apart without snapping any of the pegs inside. I do not want super glue. I don't want to use that anymore. There we go. Also, it's a big ass burr on the bottom. Okay, let's try this again. That's better. Yay!
There it is. There's the Leo's machine gun. It's just a gun. For some reason, its ammo drum just looks like a bucket.
Now let's get it in his hand. Just so it's in his hand. There. It's got its gun. It's ready to ineffectually fire at things.
The only thing a Leo can actually destroy is another Leo. Realistically, everything else is just better than it. It's very rare we saw a Leo kill anything else that wasn't another Leo. And even if it did manage to kill something, it usually died like immediately after, or it had to kill itself to kill the other thing.
Being a Leo is suffering. Okay. Oh, there's its beam sabers. Yet, shockingly enough, Leo can use beam sabers.
Most starter mook suits cannot say that. Most of them have just, here's a giant sword or a giant axe.
Not, here's a hot blade of plasma coming at you. Again, another thing the Leo has that over something like the Zaku from the original series.
It is capable of using beam weapons right off the hop.
Actually, that is the end of that runner.
Yeah, this is going by a little quicker.
I'm amazed. It stores its beam sabers in its shield, just like the Tall Geese it is based off of.
In fact, the shield is basically just the Tall Geese shield without an eagle crest on it. And not white.
Then again, you could paint it white. You could paint this thing white.
I could paint this thing in Tall Geese colors, get it the big gun it has, slap it on, throw the shield on the other shoulder, and there we go. I have myself a small geese.
Don't have the big verniers on the back. But oh well, it is a small geese for a reason. Now take that shoulder cover off to throw on the shield shoulder. Come on. Get on. We'll go on the ball. There we go. Alright. Yeah, there's the Leo with the shield on its shoulder. There's not much to say about the Leo, okay? There's really not. It is a simple-ass kit that exists based off of a suit that existed to be blown up in stock footage. Lots and lots of stock footage. Again, perpetuating the meme that just a slight breeze or a sneeze will cause a Leo to explode. But who cares? It's a nice utilitarian design for a suit. It's one you could actually see a military adopting as this is our giant robot design that all soldiers will use. Very short beam blades, by the way. Like, those are pretty tiny. Like, it's just a comparison. I'll even take off one of the beam sabers from his shield rack here. If I can grip it. Come on. Wow. For a single peg, that holds on really well. Oh my god, I gotta get tweezers, don't I? Because I don't want to pull it too hard in one direction and snap the peg. Oh my god. Got it. Guess what I just did? I just snapped the peg, and also it went flying somewhere. I don't know where it went. Fuck. That's annoying. Why didn't I just use that from the beginning? I'm an idiot. So anyway, as comparison, Leo Beam Saber, original Gundam Beam Saber. The original Gundam has some girth and length to them. Now, go back in your hand. Well, oh great, now you just fell apart. Ugh. What an awful way for this to... What an awful way for this to just kind of end. I broke a peg on the shield. Great, I'm an idiot. I ham-handsed it. Ugh. Well, what was supposed to be nice and relaxing has now gotten me annoyed. That beam saber's gone forever, by the way. Like, that blade, it's... the handle, it's gone forever. I don't know where it flew off to. I'll find it eventually. I'll never be able to use it because the peg is stuck in the hole. But whatever. We don't see Leo's dual-wielding beam sabers. Oh well. It is what it is. I could probably buy another Leo or just get the Leo part set. If I really care that much. I could also just not use the shield. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup before I switch over. Okay. Okay, we're back. Yeah, there we go. There's the Leo. Just kinda, it's like, hey, what up? I'm a mobile suit. I exist. I'm actually really pissed at myself that I did in fact break a peg on it. Because of course I did. Ham-handsed it. Whatever. Wasn't something super important. I'll get over it. Sorry, just resetting my entire desk area while I can. Okay, that worked out a little quicker than I thought it would. Perfect. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Sorry, I figured I'd just do that now, and rather than later when I'm trying to scramble to do other things. So, yeah, that's it for the Leo. It's done. It's a simple kit. I wouldn't mind building another one of those. Maybe I will track down one of the other color variants with the different parts, because why not? It's pretty fun. Okay, so, few updates again. My work is opening up again, so... In fact, it's actually opening up this Friday, and I know I am working the Friday and the Saturday this week, so... Those streams are going to either be pushed back to much later in the day or canceled outright. Once I know when I'm actually working specifically on those days, I'll give the final say on whether they're just pushed back or canceled. But for now, just kind of have in your head that they are going to happen. They'll just probably more than likely change to just straight up Stardew, just as something chill to do afterwards, because I'm not going to be in the mood to do anything heavy story-based or heavy voice acting, because work can be hell sometimes. All depends on what the guests decide to be like that day, and how many there are. So with that being said, tomorrow, I'm going to look at what my schedule says, first and foremost. I cannot remember what I'm specifically... I think I'm doing Gundam tomorrow? Like SD Gundam? Yes, okay. I am doing SD Gundam tomorrow, continuing on with the Exastray storyline in... Well, yeah, in SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays. That's still at 10 a.m. Thursday, I have Doki Doki Blue Skies listed. I think I'm gonna put that on hold and make that a second SD Gundam stream, because Exastray only has 3 missions, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna actually check that right now, just so I'm not talking out my ass. Crossrays story. Just give me the mission layout here. Ah, yeah, it does in fact only have 2. Only have 3 missions, so okay. So yeah, so let's bring this back. So yeah, tomorrow is still going to be an SD Gundam. Thursday, instead of Doki Doki, it is just going to be continuation of SD Gundam to finish off the Exastray storyline. I'd rather do that. I'd rather have something completed rather than more or less start something completely new. So, starting Act 2 of Sayori's route, that's going to happen in sometime next week, depending on what my schedule will be, which I should find out by Thursday, hopefully. So, yeah. Streams might be a little more hit and miss starting from now on, just because of, well, you know, I'm actually fully working again. So we may only have, like, 2 actual full normal stream days, then everything else will be sporadic and most likely just chill Stardew time. Just letting y'all know. That's just how it's gonna be. Unfortunately, I'm sorry if that disappoints some people. So, Fallen Order is semi-on hold, Doki Doki semi-on hold, and after Thursday, SD Gundam is semi-on hold. Hence why I want to kind of finish
one story section, so we're not coming back to it so much later on, and then it's like, alright, here's a massive recap to try to remember what happened God knows how long ago. Alright. Actually got a okay amount of people in here today, right now. Shocking. For me, at least. Gonna open up Lay Twitch. Huh. Is there anybody who could potentially raid today? Nobody on my follow list that is small that I would feel comfortable raiding. And everyone else is like 60 plus people. So that's just kind of a little weird. Anybody have suggestions for a raid? I'm open to pretty much anything. If there's anyone you're headed off to see anyway, might as well throw you in there through a raid. Give that about a minute or so while I just kind of search through just to see. Who's doing makers? Anyone building more Gundams right now? Oh, someone. English. I just search up Gunpla, what do I get? Oh, one of the Penny Arcades guys is doing Gunpla right now? Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna straight into that. No way, that's just weird. God damn. All it is like way too many more. I don't. Okay. Alright. Yeah, looks like we're not gonna do a raid today. That's okay, though. Don't have to. Don't have to do a raid out every time. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream, I'll be able to send a raid out. Which, I mean, more than likely, I'm just gonna send it off to my friend Jen. Because I just try to time it so I'm done right as one of my other friends starts, just to get the train going. Gotta love the raid trains. Alright, so I'm just gonna, obviously call it there. I need to chill a little more, because I'm still trying to come down from work. Grab something to really eat, and not just little snacks here and there. So anyway, I want to thank everyone for watching, commenting, lurking. I do appreciate it very, very much. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for calling me a hoe, Mari.